Absolute Geek Podcast.
Welcome to the Absolute Geek Podcast. On this episode, we decided to do something a little different for you. We invited our good friend Kyle Anderson, who's been on the show a few times, and a newcomer, our friend Kristen Behar, to do a script reading with us.
A few years ago, Matt and I wrote a script for an animated show titled Phoenix Clap, P.I.E, that we would like to option at some point. And so, as Matt said, we decided we'd do a little read-through.
So on that note, we hope you like it, and here we go. Phoenix Clap sits at a bar, speaking with a random patron. Phoenix is middle-aged, scruffy, without hands. Instead, he has nubs with bones protruding from the end of his arms.
It was 1986. I was working at Smithman Smoothies. Me and the owner's son, Sam, were on duty. It was rush hour. We were making smoothies as fast as we could. Sam didn't notice my hands were still in the blender. He turned it on, and the rest is history.
The patron takes a drink from his pint.
I bet you used to make one damn good smoothie.
You bet I could. Now I just have these.
He raises his nubs in front of the patron.
Well, that must have been a real hands-on operation, eh?
He drinks from his pint again. Phoenix stares at him menacingly.
Is that some sort of joke?
No, I was just...
Soma! Hands!
A tiny Nigerian boy, Soma, drags a large duffel bag over to the Phoenix. Which hands?
Slap hands, now!
Soma pulls a large open-fingered hand out of the bag. He slips it onto the bones at the end of Phoenix's nubs. Phoenix slaps the patron with a loud smack.
That'll teach him.
The bartender approaches from the other side of the bar.
That child can't be in here, sir.
Phoenix turns and faces the bartender. There's a beat, then he slaps the bartender as well.
We're done here, Soma. Aboard!
Soma places the straps of the duffel bag over Phoenix's arms, climbs inside, and zips it up. Phoenix exits. Title card. Phoenix Clap, P.I.E, Private Investigator Extraordinaire. Internal office day. Phoenix sits behind his desk, reclined with his feet up, reading the newspaper. The light in the office starts to flicker on and off. Phoenix takes a look from behind the newspaper and sees Soma sitting in the corner sticking a fork into a light socket.
Soma, stop that.
Soma stops and looks at Phoenix. He raises the fork to the socket tauntingly.
Don't do it.
Soma moves the fork a little closer.
No!
Just as Soma is about to stick the fork in the light socket, there's a knock on the door. Soma stops and looks at the door. A shoe hits him in the back of the head, knocking him out cold. Phoenix approaches the door, missing his shoe.
Knockout blow. Down goes Soma. Down goes Soma.
Phoenix starts to dance briefly as he reaches for the door. He opens it. Carol Snarchcrunt stands on the other side. She's slim, attractive, in a sundress.
Are you Mr. Phoenix Clap, P.I.?
It's P.I.E, actually. Yes, I am. 1 second.
The door closes. It reopens, and Phoenix is in a banana hammock.
You're in your underwear.
Phoenix brings the nub up to his chin.
This isn't a norm for you? The ad clearly states you do full nude-on-nude interaction.
I think you're confusing me for someone else.
Phoenix brings his nub up to Carol's mouth.
Don't make this any more awkward than it needs to be. You just do your thing for the hour and leave.
I'm not a hooker. I'm here to hire you.
Oh. Well then, this got really weird. Excuse me for a moment.
Phoenix closes the door. It reopens a moment later. Phoenix is draped in a silk kimono.
Come in.
Phoenix leads her into the office. She looks over at Soma unconscious on the floor.
Is that child okay?
Phoenix sits behind his desk.
Yeah, he had it coming. So start with your name.
My name is Carol Snarchcrunt.
Damn, that's an alpha name. Did your parents love you?
Yes, they did.
And you believe that? Because with a name like that, I have my doubts.
Can we stay professional here, please?
Yes, very well. What can I do you for?
Well, my sister has been missing for the past 5 months. I suspect foul play. No other PI has been able to help me, but I was told you would be my best option at this point.
Firstly, I'm better than a PI. I'm a PIE. Secondly, you're super hot, so you're gonna be my girlfriend.
What? No, we just met, and you're hideous.
Phoenix looks at the computer screen.
And I'm in a relationship.
He clicks his mouse.
No, you're not. We will never be in a relationship.
It's obviously complicated.
He clicks his mouse again.
This was obviously a mistake. You're an awful P.I.
P.I.E.
Whatever. I'll find someone who's serious about helping me.
She stands to leave.
No, wait. I'll help you. Please, have a seat. All right. Well, what do you know?
Not much. Last I heard from her was 5 months ago. I was in the shower and she left me a panicked voice message. Then 2 days ago I come home and found this under my door.
She slides paper across Phoenix's desk towards him.
A letter. From who?
I don't know. It just requests that I meet the writer in the Harvey Dinker Medical Center parking garage.
When?
In about 3 hours.
Does it ask that you be alone?
Carol opens the letter and scans it.
No.
Perfect. I'll intercept the perp and we'll get down to the bottom of this.
There's a knock on the door.
That must be my hooker. Well, this was very productive. I'll see you in a few hours. Take a business card on your way out.
He pushes her towards the door, opens it, and shoves her out. And the hooker enters, slipping off her. He slips off his robe.
Did you bring the baby oil?
Exterior, parking garage, night. Phoenix, Carol, and Soma are sitting in a car in the parking garage. Phoenix is dressed to match Carol.
Was your outfit necessary?
Of course it was. Cliché times call for cliché measures.
He adjusts his bra.
Are you wearing my bra?
Your panties, too.
How did you get my underwear?
That's neither here nor there.
He looks in the rearview mirror at Soma, who is eating a pudding cup.
Soma, where'd you get that pudding cup?
The fridge. Soma raises his hand. Phoenix raises his hands in fury.
That was my last one! You better not get any of that on my upholstery.
He continues to stare in the rearview mirror.
Give me some of that pudding.
He turns and reaches back and sticks his nubs into the pudding cup, turning into a pudding popsicle of sorts.
Oh, I think this is him, coming towards us.
This is it, gang. I'll handle this.
Phoenix exits the car. He stands on the driver's side, licking the pudding off his nub. A shady man in a trench coat and fedora walk up. The collar hides his face. He is incredibly short with a high-pitched voice. This is Nathaniel Shiftdister. He leans over and looks past Phoenix towards Carol.
Good evening, Carol.
Carol waves in response. He looks at Phoenix.
That must make you Phoenix clap.
Phoenix speaks in a shady falsetto.
Shabby falsetto.
A shabby falsetto.
No, you're mistaken. I'm Carol.
Cut the shit, clap.
How'd you know it was me?
He licks the pudding.
Carol actually has hands.
We just met, and you're already throwing insults at me. Professional.
Who are you to talk about professionalism? You're dressed in drag.
I'm incognitus.
Doesn't matter. I have info that can be detrimental to your investigation.
Phoenix steps closer. He brings his arms down, flicking pudding onto Shiftdister's face.
Sorry, let me get that for you.
He brings his elbow to Shiftdister's face and wipes the pudding away.
Continue.
He raises his arms and licks the pudding. Shiftdister takes a step back.
There's a company, Dermancore. They're experimenting with animal/human cross-genetic splicing. I have an hunch that Carol's sister may have been kidnapped by Derman for devious experiments.
Dermancore. Sounds like a German dungeon porn. Daddy likey. Keep the info coming.
I can assure you it's not a porn.
Can they make women with 3 boobs?
Are you kidding me?
4 boobs?
Managed to talk with the kid. He seems pretty intelligent.
He's just my assistant. I'm not even sure he speaks English. Tell me, where can I find this Dermancore?
Shiftdister puts on his sunglasses.
That's where my information runs out. That's where my information runs out. Nice talking to you, clap.
A dart flies in Shiftdister's neck, rendering him unconscious in an instant. He falls to the ground face first. Immediately, a black van drives by Phoenix, concealing him and Shiftdister from sight. When the van exits frame, Shiftdister's body is gone. Phoenix stands for a moment, staring where Shiftdister was laying.
Huh.
Phoenix enters the car.
What happened to Shiftdister?
Phoenix plugs his nubs into the ports on the steering wheel.
I don't have a clue. Anybody hungry? I could go for a falafel right now.
Interior, Dermancore holding cell, night. Shiftdister is thrown into a dank, dark cell forcefully. The cell door closes behind him. Water drips in the background. He sits shivering in the corner. A beam of light appears on the wall, followed by the usual black screen countdown reel. The film begins. A happy man sits in a meadow. He is fairly grotesque and misshapen.
Hi, if you're seeing this message, I could bet that you've been kidnapped and brought to my headquarters for experimentation and other happenings against humanity.
Shiftdister's eyes widen. Exterior, falafel joint, day. Phoenix, Carol, and Soma exit the falafel restaurant.
You always love falafels until you realize what type of tomorrow you're gonna have.
You know the world doesn't revolve around ill-placed one-liners and fart jokes.
Soma vomits on the sidewalk.
Not sitting well with you either, little buddy. Let's get you home.
His cell phone rings. Soma presents him with two hands. One is a foam hand holding a cell phone. The other is the foam hand gesturing the universal sign for phone call.
I'll take the hand phone.
Soma applies it.
Phoenix Clap, P.I.E. I'll take your case no matter how petty.
A weak voice on the other side comes to. Meet me at Somerville Park in 2 hours. The line clicks off.
Who was that?
Phoenix lowers the phone slowly.
I don't know, but we're bound to learn soon. Like, 2 hours soon. At the Somerville Park. He wants us to meet him there in 2 hours. That's what I'm trying to get at. Get in.
They enter the car.
So what should we do until then?
I have no idea.
Why do I feel like I'm not going to like what's about to come out of your mouth?
I have a feeling you're going to like what's about to go in your mouth.
What was that?
Huh?
What did you say?
What did you hear?
You said it was time for something.
Oh, yes. What is the one thing that passes any amount of time lightning fast?
I don't know. What?
Soma. Good time cassette.
Soma inserts a cassette into the cassette deck. Outcast's Hey Ya begins to play. Exterior, Somerville Park, day. Phoenix and the gang pull up into the parked car lot and stop the car. Phoenix looks around.
This must be the place.
Are you sure? This looks like a child's birthday party.
A man walks by the open car window.
Who wants some birthday cake?
Yep, just what I thought. A kid's birthday party.
I'm always up for a good party. Soma, did you bring my flask of...
He looks in the rearview mirror to see Soma is missing.
Where the hell did that boy go?
He probably ran off to check out the party. He couldn't have gone too far.
You actually believe this is a party? No. This is a front for the mole's business doings.
This is definitely a kid's party. There's a bounce house right there.
That's a soundproof interrogation room. He probably gives crooks the old 1-2 just beyond those Velcro fastened net flaps.
What? No! Where do you come up with this crap? This as a bounce house, you know? A child's plaything?
I have never been to another law-abiding badass's place of business where there was a bounce house. What type of work do you think I do? Clownery?
There is a clown making a balloon animal right outside your window.
Phoenix turns to look at the clown with all the children standing around him.
Think you could make me something amazing.
As Phoenix and Carol look at the car window, at the clown, there is a knock on Carol's window. A big, heavy-set black man with an eye patch over his right eye and a derby bowler hat is hunched to look at them.
Are you Phoenix Clap?
Who are you?
My little friend Jimmy would like to have a word with you.
Is that code for a sex thing?
Just get out of the car.
No thank you, sir. I don't want to see your little Jimmy. I'm very happy with my girlfriend here. Good day.
Carol looks at Phoenix.
I'm not your girlfriend.
Looks at Rick.
I'm not his girlfriend.
I don't care what you are. Just get out of the car. My boss has been waiting long enough.
Rick takes a step away from the car as Phoenix and Carol get out. Rick walks over to where Phoenix is standing.
Right this way, please.
Make this fast. I have to find my little Soma.
Phoenix and Carol follow Rick over to the bounce house.
He's right inside.
Rick starts to unzip the bounce house.
Yeah, there is no way I'm getting in this thing. I'm gonna go see if I can find Soma.
All right, honeybee. I'll meet up with you later, baby doll.
Carol turns and starts to walk away.
I'm not your girlfriend, Phoenix.
Rick opens the bounce house and motions Phoenix in.
You know what she is, right?
What is she?
My girlfriend.
Yeah, sure.
Interior bounce house, day. Rick holds open the entry flap to the bounce house. Phoenix enters and looks around. There's a half-naked woman dancing on a pole. In the corner is a boy dressed in white with large gold accessories. Women surrounding him.
Is that a stripper pole?
Keep walking.
Phoenix keeps following Rick to the corner of the bounce house. A group of children surround a table covered in white powder.
Is that a table full of blow? Holy hell, it is! This is a hookers and blow party! Woo-hoo! Daddy likey!
Phoenix quickly removes his shirt and starts to spin it around his head. When from the corner he hears a small voice. That's not blow. It's fun dip.
Jimmy, I have Phoenix Clap here.
Thank you, Rick. Rick's voice suddenly changes to a higher pitch.
Can I go play now, Jimmy?
Phoenix looks at Rick, then at Jimmy.
Why does she sound like a girl now?
Phoenix looks back at Rick.
Why'd you sound like a girl?
Yes, Roberta, you can go play now. My friend here has what's called borderline personality disorder.
You mean he has, like, both parts? Like, A Hermie or a ladyboy? Daddy don't like that too much.
No. What is wrong with you? He has split personality disorder. He believes he's two different people.
So he doesn't have both parts.
No, you jackass. Now put your shirt back on.
No need to call names, and why do I need to put my shirt back on? My hot bod make you uncomfortable stuttering, Stevie?
I'm not here to name call with you.
Good, because I'd win.
A stripper walks past Jimmy. He reaches out and smacks her on the rear. I called you here because my uncle is missing. And the last time he was seen was in the parking garage with you.
Shiftister is your uncle?
Yeah, he's my mom's brother. He was supposed to take me to a baseball game, and he never showed up. So when I went to his office, I found your name and number on a piece of paper. I saw that it was to meet you and talked about Dermincourt. And that was when I found out this picture. Jimmy shows Phoenix the picture.
Hot damn, that's Carol's sister.
Yeah, well, I live on the lower east side of underneath my mom's apartment with a factory, and it was left abandoned until a few years ago. Oh, I watched a few trucks pull up, and I saw them bring a woman in. She looked like she was being held in a cage. We could talk to each other through the air vent. They kept her there for a few days, and one day she was missing. So I think that's where she's being held. Rick re-enters the bounce house.
Jimmy, your mom is looking for you. Yeah, she said that the party entertainment will be here soon.
Oh, sweet. I can't wait to see what my mom got me. Let's go. Jimmy runs out of the house, and Phoenix follows.
Kid, you never gave me an address. Oh well, I got strippers to attend to.
Phoenix turns and looks into the bounce house. He sees Roberta in a gold sequins top and go-go boots dancing on the stripper pole.
On second thought, I wonder where the cake could be.
Phoenix walks off. Exterior, Somerville Park day. Phoenix stops at the entrance of the park. To the left stands the clown, taking a cigarette break. Phoenix sees him.
I can't let this go to waste.
Cut to Soma walking through the park. He comes across a pinata. He looks up at it and attempts to jump to reach it. He looks around and picks up a stick. He walks off screen and re-enters dragging the hand duffel bag. He pulls a shiv from his sock, fastens it to the end of the stick, and hacks the pinata open, catching the contents in the duffel bag. Carol walks up to him.
Soma, there you are. You can't just walk off like that. What's this?
Carol bends down to look at the bag. A child runs past screaming.
It's the kangaroo lady!
Soma grabs the bag and follows the boy. Then Carol follows Soma. A group of children have surrounded what looks to be a woman-kangaroo hybrid. She dances around happily. From out of her pouch pops an old man balding.
An old balding man.
An old balding man.
Boys and girls, step right up to take a ride on the kangaroo. Don't be shy.
Several kids walk up and hop into her pouch. She begins hopping around.
This is so sick.
Carol sees the woman's face, and there's a moment of clarity.
Oh my god! Amanda!
Phoenix slinks up to Carol, face painted like a panda, carrying a life-size balloon animal of Carol.
What's wrong? I came as soon as I heard you scream.
That's my sister!
Then I walked over.
Carol stares at Phoenix menacingly.
That's my sister! That kangaroo woman is my sister!
Thought something serious happened. We found your sister. Sweet. Case closed. Where's the cake?
Someone turned my sister into a kangaroo! You're not going to help her?
You're only paying me to find your sister. I found her. Done.
Now I'm paying you to catch her!
Fine. Rates double.
I don't care, you idiot! That's my sister!
Carol grabs Phoenix by the shirt and starts to shake him.
Do something!
Phoenix raises his arms and brings him down on Carol's neck. She grabs the spot and yelps.
How did that not knock you out?
What are you doing?
Phoenix hits her again in the same spot. She slaps him across the face.
The real Phoenix clap.
Soma walks up behind her with a pinata bat and hits her in the head. She falls face first into the ground.
Good work, Soma. Sleep well, my little muffin.
He brushes her hair behind her ear.
Now back to matters at hand. Hey, kangaroo chick. Stop where you are. You too, old man Dundee.
What for?
For popping out of a kangaroo woman's pouch. That's kinky. I got some questions I'd like to ask about that.
I don't have time, really.
German looks at Amanda.
It's time to get what we came for and leave.
Amanda hops around, grabbing 3 children and stuffing them into her pouch. Phoenix calls to Soma.
It's fight time, Soma. Karate chop hands, now!
Soma looks through the bag full of candy for the hands. He slips them on Phoenix's nubs.
Now it's time to say goodbye. So long, Phoenix Clap.
How do you know my name?
Phoenix rushes towards them. German throws down a smoke bomb, filling the scene. The smoke clears. Phoenix is surrounded by half-men, half-mantis ninjas.
Oh, now this is a party.
The mantis ninjas rush in at Phoenix. He quickly disposes of them one by one. 2 of them rush in. Phoenix is about to deliver a blow, and one of the mantis ninjas strikes first, cutting the hand off Phoenix's nub.
My hand! Dear God, you cut off my hand!
He wiggles around in agony. The ninjas stop attacking and look at Phoenix's hand on the ground. One of them starts to scratch his head.
Ha! Diversion!
Phoenix grabs both the men by the back of the head, slamming them together.
Is that all you got, old man?
Smoke starts to appear from behind Phoenix. He sticks his nose into the air and starts to smell around.
I smell barbecue?
Phoenix turns around to see Soma cooking one of the mantis men over an open flame.
Soma, how did you start fire?
German interrupts.
I can make super hybrids with brawn, but no brains. Amanda Deer and this.
Amanda hops up to Phoenix. She kicks him in the groin, then immediately in the chest. He flies back into the bounce house. Amanda grabs Soma and hops into the waiting van. It speeds off. Phoenix appears from the now deflated bounce house.
Soma.
Phoenix blacks out. A homeless man runs up to the bar, out of the bushes, steals Phoenix's shirt, and takes the mantis meat rotisserie.
End.
Honestly, after every time you say cage as a little kid, I just feel like saying match afterwards.
Great match.
So we hope you enjoyed the read-through. If you would like to get involved, feel free to get in contact with us through our many different mediums.
Facebook, Absolute Geek Podcast on Facebook. Our email address, absolutegeekpodcast@gmail.com. Or Twitter, ageekpodcast, or at ageekpodcast.
Yeah, we're looking for, an animator, an illustrator, somebody that can do character mock-ups for us, storyboarder. If you'd be interested in possibly doing voice work, perhaps, just let us know.
It sounds so fulfilling just to be able to sit here with our friends and do this read-through. Like, you're actually hearing this come to life, like these characters we created and the script we created just coming to life. It's pretty cool.
Yep. So just let us know what you think and if you'd like to be involved.
Yeah, or if you're a company that would, like to pick it up,
Pay
or
us.
maybe option it, hit us up too. And
Please.
We're starving.
So, yeah.
So
Thanks
on that
for
note,
listening.
thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed Phoenix Clap, Private Investigator Extraordinaire, Episode 1 read-through. So for the Absolute Geek Podcast, I'm Matt.
I'm Kellen. Remember to bag and board it.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.
You have been listening to Gorilla Mart Production.